So, hey guys, today it's new pack day, and you already know what time it is. It's time to check out every single one of the new cards, and just before we even read any of the new cards, I'd like to say it's pretty nice seeing that every single UR in this new selection pack, except for Brilliant Fusion, is new. So, getting dupes is not as likely by a little bit, you know? I mean, you can still get Brilliant Fusion, I suppose, but aside from that, you're pretty solid. And if I recall correctly, this was only recently unlimited, which makes it also kind of awkward. Hmm. I wonder if Gemini got support or something. Real quick, let's scroll down. Um, yeah, I don't think they did. Well, okay then. Wait, did they? Oh, 3 gem monsters. Okay. Anyway, let's start off with allied code Talker at Ignister. So this requires 3+ effect monsters. So if we had an Appaloosa, we could not convert that into an allied code Talker, like, at all, not even slightly efficiently. So if we had 2 monsters plus Appaloosa, that would not make allied code Talker at Ignister. If we had 1 monster plus Appaloosa, that wouldn't math either because of how links work, so that's a little bit interesting. But alright, if this card is Link Summon, you can special summon as many Cypress monsters with 2,300 attack from your graveyard as possible to your zones this card points to, and if you do, this card gains 500 attack for each. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn. Your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you contribute 1 of your Link monsters this card points to, negate the activation, and if you do, bash that. Yeah, so there's hard ones per turn on this effect. Huh. Wait. What the hell? You can only use this effect of allied code Tucker at Ignister once per turn. This top effect can be used multiple times. I don't even know the implications on this really, but this is simultaneous, right? So, order. Special summon as many Cypress monsters with 2,300 attack from your graveyard as possible. And if I recall correctly, all of the Malice monsters are 2,300 for just whatever reason. Also, Link Decoder exists. So, as of currently, if we have 3 monsters on the field, that can go into a Link 4 pretty easily. So, we can go. So, this is just generic, right? We can go Link off. I guess it would have to be a Cybers monster, so it's not like fully generic, or Link Decoder. And then Link off everything for, in this case, it'd be any 2,300 cyber sponsor, which there are a couple, but for the purposes of this example, we can go like Transcode Talker and then link off into, let's say, Firewall Dragon or Access Code Talker. But like if you're actually playing Cybers, you have Splash Mage and also Transcode Talker, which you'd be able to activate, and then go into Allied Code Talker at Ignister. Well, that's certainly something, isn't it? And also a reminder, IP Masquerena is actually also a Cybers monster. So if we want to generically make this and have targets for this, this is very doable. Hell, we could even make like IP twice if we really wanted to, because IP is so generic, right? So imagine we're doing some Beansmith nonsense, and then we make an IP at some point, link that off into like sequence or something, and yeah, I mean, I guess that could work. Just something like that. Then special summon it. But also worth mentioning is if you were to negate this effect specifically, then you can then still special summon because this is all essentially one big kind of effect. So order exactly would be special summon Cyberus monsters with the stat line, specifically to the zones this card points to. So let's see. If it's in a main monster zone, you have these two arrows. If it's in the EMZ, you have 3. So it reborns either 2 or 3 monsters, I believe. And then you gain 500 attack for each. So it's mostly... So if you were able to kind of dodge the attack gain somehow on this, I don't know if there's a way to do that. But if you make it so this card doesn't gain attack, isn't that this effect tied to the special summon? Yeah, also you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn. That also applies to this part next, doesn't it? This is mandatory to game, but I don't know if you can really avoid it. So whatever. Then the effect on this is when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you contribute one of your link monsters. This points to negate the activation if you do mash that card. So this isn't even this doesn't care if it's a Cypress anymore. So it just has to be a link monster, so you could easily go into SP with like IP here, I guess, right? Oh wait, 2300 attack. IP has like 800 attack, so no, that doesn't even work. Is there something generically dumb you could summon? Or did they just make this with the intent to just work with Malice? Like all of the Code Talker support. Like what? Alright, whatever. Ooh. Number 69, Heraldry Crest Dark Matter Demolition. 5 level 4 monsters. What? 5 level 4 monsters? Hmm? Can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. That's good against Raziel, I guess, which is funny. Once per turn, quick effect. You detach one material from this card, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls. That monster's name becomes unknown. Negate any unknown effects activated by your opponent. Soft once per turn. That's fun, actually. I'd like to make all of my opponent's monsters unknown. This is kind of a new mechanic, and I'm completely about this. Alright. Gem Knight, Master Diamond Dispersion. So that pause right there was me thinking, what do I call this card? Like, let's assume I'm playing against another human being, or I'm playing this card for whatever reason, and I have to like say what card I'm activating for like the video. We have a Gem Knight Master Diamond here, and then this is Diamond Dispersion, but still has like every single word in this, but just they add dispersion. So do I call this Diamond Dispersion or something? Okay, what's the effect? So this requires essentially just 3 gem kind of monsters for this, so it's like gem archetype monsters, I suppose. It needs like the dash, so I think it will be all the archetype stuff. All right. If there was a monster that said Gemini on it and you could use it for like the summons of these monsters, that'd be hilarious. But anyways, focus him back up during the main phase quick effect. You can send this card from the field to the graveyard. Special summon up to 3 non-rock. Non-rock. What? Rock. 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 What? I won't think about it too much. With different names from your extra deck and or graveyard, ignoring their summoning conditions. Also, for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon for the extra deck, except for fusion monsters. That locks you out the Gemini Link monster. Okay, when your Gemini fusion monster is destroyed by battle while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. Does it have to be fusion summoned to activate this effect? Oh, this is just a bit of a loop going on here, isn't it? Ah. Does it summon this one? No, it doesn't. This is the FTK one. But does it summon Diamond, which can copy it? No? Wait, Lady Rose Diamond? During your turn, only your turn? Oh, and that's pop. During your opponent's turn. Protection effect. Brilliant Diamond. You can't go into this either. What can you go into? Uh-huh. I'm not seeing any, like, super good effects on these guys. These aren't quick effects either. Yeah, I don't get it. Is this summon from deck? No, extra deck and or graveyard. I'm lost. Well, whatever. We'll carry on. Invoked Magistus Omega. Ooh, Alistair the Invoker +1 fusion, Synchro XYZ or Link monster. Oh, that's actually not super hard to do, right? If this card is special summoned, you can target one fusion, Synchro XYZ or Link monster in your graveyard and one monster on the field, bash them. Wait. Target a fusion, Synchro XYZ or Link monster. It has to be in my graveyard, and then one monster on the field. Banish them. So banish one monster on the field. This is anytime this card is special summoned. It's a beast fusion, which is weird, but if I could special summon Magistus Omega, then I could banish one of my opponent's cards here. If this fusion summon card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one level 4 spellcaster monster from your deck. Then you can equip this card to it as an equip spell that gives 1000 attack. That summons any level 4 spellcaster. It has to be specifically level 4, though I have no idea what target you would do for that. This can be destroyed by your own effects as well. Or we could crash it. We could actually use this to do like full Centurion combo. I don't know how I feel about that. But I mean, you just can. Pretty good for like a super poly target for that deck specifically though, actually. You go normal summon Alistair deck to add like invocation, then super poly. And then you can still activate invocation afterwards. For example, I guess. Yeah, I mean that seems solid enough. Then you put the fusion monster on field. And then what? You can't do the removal effect unless you send something though. Okay, new Magistus support, I guess. If I recall correctly, they barely have any monsters. And not so good consistency, I think. You can discard this card, then activate one of these effects. So this is generically usable so far. Add one Magistus monster from your deck, access Benta the Magistus Sealer. So this is a nice consistency boost, I guess. For starters. All the attack of one monster your opponent controls until the end of this turn. That's completely generic to activate. Kind of utilize. It's not a quick effect though. Okay, you banish this card from your graveyard, then target one face-up monster you control, equip one Magistus monster from your extra deck or graveyard to it as an equip spell. Wait. That can generically just equip a Magistus monster to any monster. Do these guys have any effects? Oh wait, this isn't invoked. Okay. Any effects? I don't think they have any effects, right? Well, this card is an equip card. The equip monster gains 1000 attack defense. That's the first one I've seen that actually does something. While this card is equipped to a monster, you can add one Magistus monster from your deck to your hand. That effect's also useful, actually. And anything? I don't see anything else relating to equip cards right now. Equip monster can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. You can target one Magistus card in your spell trap zone, and one spell trap your opponent controls destroy them. Wait, these effects are actually kinda useful. Really, Ona. Target one effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effects until the end of this turn. So we could search any Magistus card with this. And then we can equip onto one of our other monsters another card that searches. I don't think that locks you either. Maybe there's like some usage for this actually. Are these guys all spellcasters as well? Meaning we can turn these guys into like erratic seals. Well, that'll be for another video, I suppose. Alright. Gemini Nepi Rim. Nephrim? Neprim. Okay. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one Gemini card from your deck to your hand except for Gemini Neprim. Also, any effect damage your opponent takes during the main phase this turn is halved. To prevent FTKing? Question mark? Sure, I guess. During your main phase, you can immediately after this effect resolves normal summon one gem monster. Okay. If this card is sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do Spectral Summon this card, you can only use each effect once per turn. So this allows you to get some bodies out, I suppose. And you can ash this to prevent this effect. I think this sets up the link too, right? Add any Gem Knight card from your deck to your hand, requiring 2 gem monsters. And that's probably like some sort of combo. If you have like any Gem Knight plus Neprim, or actually, wait, you can add a Gem Knight card from your deck to your hand, so this must be a 1-card combo because that other effect is a new chain. So whatever you add, you can immediately just normal summon it off of the effect of Neprim, and then Neprim can resummon itself. Does the link to have like some kind of tribute effect or something? Fusion summon by shuffling its materials from your graveyard or banishment. No, but maybe you need this to be on field for something. A tribute summon, perhaps? No idea at this point. Amelia Dance Priestess of the Necros. If you ritual summon exactly one Necros ritual monster with a card effect that requires use of monsters, this card you control can be used as an entire tribute. You can only use each of the following effects of Amelia Dance Priestess of the Necros once per turn. If you have a Warrior Necros monster in your field or graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. This card is normally special summon, you can add one Necros ritual monster or one Necros spell from your deck to your hand. This card seems to do actually nothing. I'm so lost. This only gets special summon from the hand, right? Well, what does this card do, actually? Oh, I guess it searches a card. So it's like slightly more efficient than some of the Gishki things. Where you have to like discard a card and then the card goes to the graveyard. That type of deal. So you could use this as a search and then a tribute for another card. So the efficiency of this card would be like, well, wait, you need a Warrior Necros monster in your field or graveyard. So it's not even close to the 1-card combo, so it's like an extender, I guess. Backup at Ignister. If you control a cyber monster that was special summon from the extra deck, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal special summon, you can add one dark cyber monster from your deck to your hand, except for backup at Ignister. Then discard one card. You can only use each effect of backup at Ignister once per turn. So, first things first, this already searches another card and it special summons itself, so. Right? And also, while we're here, no lock. It just requires you to control a cyber monster without special summon from the deck. You know how easy this is? Normal summon Max E, link off Max E for Almirage, for example. Boom, conditions met. Well, that's concerning a little bit. Then discard one card. So if you have an actual cyber monster that does something, the efficiency on this must be like insanely cracked. Wow. Regenesis Archfiend, you can special summon this card from your hand by revealing another monster with 2,500 attack or defense in your hand. You can only special summon Regenesis Archfiend once per turn this way. You can only use each of the following effects of Regenesis Archfiend once per turn. This card is normal special summon. You can add one Regenesis card from your deck or banishment to your hand except for itself. During your opponent's end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was sent at this turn, you can add this card to your hand and then you'll be able to like do some sort of loop, it looks like. Alright. Regenesis Lord. Gabby normal summon must be special summon from your hand by banishing one face of monster you control with 2,500 original attacking defense. You can only special summon Regenesis Lord card once per turn. It's this way. So you can special summon him multiple times, but not really unless you can cheat him out. If there's a card that can cheat this guy out, then that can bypass the special summon once per turn thing. Alright, if this card is special summon, you can set one Regenesis spell trap from your deck. Oh, this is also. This is also not hard once per turn, technically. Okay, if this card is special summon, you can set a Regenesis spell trap from your deck. Gains 2,500 attack during the battle phase only. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. This only grabs a spell or trap, really? Alright, I guess. We have Horus at home. So far that's what I see. Gemini Dispersion. Ah, okay. Activate one of these effects, but you can only use each effect of Gemini Dispersion once per turn. Fusion summon one Gemini Fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field. The two monsters from your deck / extra deck can be used if they are non-rock Gemini monsters. And you have Gemini Fusion in your graveyard. But okay. Add one gem monster from your deck or banishment to your hand. Also, any effect damage your opponent takes during the main phase of this turn is health. Does the halving stack or is it only half? Because you're not doing half of a half. It's not further halving, it's just halving, right? So like if we skip the next battle phase for our opponent, if we use that effect like 5 different times, if our opponent just skips one battle phase, they technically did skip their next battle phase. The effect doesn't really stack, so you would have to use it like once every single turn instead of just all at once in one turn, I guess, for that type of effect to apply. So I'm assuming they only will take half damage and they won't take less than half. I think. Anyway, continuing on. Regenesis. Take one Regenesis monster from your deck and either add to your hand or send it to the graveyard. Or if you control a Regenesis monster, you can add one monster with 2,500 attack defense from your deck to your hand instead. Any monster with 2,500 attack and defense? Yeah, I can't think of anything. Alright, from your deck to your hand instead, if this card is in your graveyard except the turn it was sent there, you bash it and target one Regenesis monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Endymion the Crescent Magistus. If this card is link summoned. Oh, this is generic. Somewhat. 2 monsters including a level 4 spellcaster monster. Oh, it has to be level 4, can't be lower though. If this card is link summoned, you can target one Magistus monster you control, equip it with one spellcaster monster from your graveyard or banishment as an equipped spell. So this hard once per turn. Yes. Okay, continuing on. During the main phase, quick effect, you Target one spellcaster monster card in your spell and trap zone. Treat it as an equip spell. Return it to the hand. Oh, that's interesting. That might be useful with Alistair, right? Hmm. Okay. Oh, this card's new. Zorua the Magistus Verathragna. Okay. You can target one effect monster in your graveyard or your opponent controls. Equip that effect monster to this card. Also, pretty good super poly target, I think, yeah? When a monster card is activated, quick effect, you can send one face-up Magistus monster card you control to the graveyard. Negate that effect, then you can destroy one card your opponent controls. It's not negate that effect and destroy that card, it's optional destroy a card your opponent controls. This card seems pretty decent if we just look at this card by itself. Right. Can't wait to get sacked by Super Poly by Magistus, I guess. Necroz of Metaltron. This isn't a warrior. Just a quick thought right there. If your Necroz card is banished face up except during the damage step, you can take your one spell trap card on the field, banish it. Okay. You can ritual summon this card with any Necroz ritual spell. It must be ritual summoned using monsters, and you cannot use level 9 monsters. Okay. During the main phase quick effect, you attack your one face of monster your opponent controls. Banish this card until the end phase, and if you do, banish that monster. Wait, what? That effect's actually good. Huh. You can only use this effect hard once per turn. Any monster destroyed by battle with your Necros monster is banished. Oh, okay. The effect's like decent, and it gives you like some background removal type stuff. Gemnite Hollow Core. I mean, the art looks cool, I guess. How about the effect? You can send one Gemnite normal monster or one Gemnite fusion from your deck to the graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand in defense position. That sends us cost. This is literally a max circular situation. Okay. When your opponent activates a card or effect while you control a Gemini fusion monster, quick effect, you manage 3 Gemini cards from your graveyard, including this card. Negate that effect. That's any card effect. That's an Omni negate. Okay. Good. Negate the fact that all Gemini monsters you currently control gain 1000 attack. Okay, I guess. Events, Swordsman of the Necroz. Spellcaster. If you ritual summon exactly one Necroz ritual monster with a card effect that requires use of monsters, this card ritual can be used as an entire tribute. So is that... Oh. So you can tribute this for the entirety of that pen monster. Wait, that's a pen ritual, wasn't it? Sure is. Okay. When this card is normal summon, you can special summon one Necroz monster from your deck except for advance. If this card is tributed by card effect, you can add any number of your banished Necroz cards with different names to your hand. Okay. Proudly the Gifted Megistus. This is also a new card, huh? If this face-up card is used as fusion material, its name can be treated as Alistair the Invoker. Face-up includes in the spell and trap zones, I believe. That's face-up for sure, right? You can only use each of the following effects of Crowley, the Gifted Megistus, once per turn. Oh, because Alistair Crowley. I get it. Okay. If this card is added to your hand except by drawing it, you can special summon it. Okay. If this card is searched, essentially, you can special summon it. Oh, wait a second. If this card is no more special summoned except during the damage step, you can fusion summon one Magistus or invoke fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field. Oh. Interesting. So, going back to this card for a second, this can add Crowley And then Crowley can special summon himself. And then you can equip something onto Crowley to search like another card. Hmm. Okay. Wait. Infusion summon. Using monsters from your hand or field. I don't think that includes spell and trap cards though. Okay. Wizard at Ignister. If you control a Cyberus monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, you can target one Dark Cyberus monster in your graveyard, special summon both this card in your hand and that monster in defense position, and Cyberus lock. You can banish this card from your field or graveyard, then target one monster your opponent controls, change its battle position. What does this add again? Any Dark Cybers. So this can add the Dark Code Talker, I believe. Hmm. Alright, whatever, I guess. Heraldic Beast Griffin. You can send one Heraldic Beast monster from your deck to your graveyard, except for Heraldic Beast Griffin special summon this card from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except by wait, except by XYZ summon that uses only monsters with Heraldic Beast or number the original names as material. Okay. Can be treated as two materials for the XYZ summon of a number XYZ monster that requires 3 or more materials. So this guy. How many does this count as? 2. So you still need 3 more. Holy crap, that kid's hard to get out, isn't he? Can you cheat this? Yes. Good to know. Heraldic Beast Stadwell. If this card is no special summon, you discard one card, add 2 heraldry spell traps from your deck to your hand. Cracked. Absolutely insane because you had no way to really search the spells or traps from what I remember. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target 2 heraldic beast monsters in your graveyard with the same name. Special summon them in defense position. Also, you cannot special summon for the extra die for the rest of the turn except by XYZ summons that uses only monsters with heraldic beast or number in the original names as material. Okay. These guys are very what's the term, like xenophobic? Very much impossible to splash with other archetypes. I think unless maybe you use like Raziel kinda to just get some bodies out, that'd probably be okay-ish. Hmm. So stat well, banish from graveyard. It has to get in the graveyard somehow, right? And then you need 2 monsters actually in the graveyard. I don't know exactly how that gets done, but I mean it really can get done. For Genesis Age, if a monster with 2,500 original attack or defense is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon. For Genesis Sage, once per turn this way, you can only use each of the following effects for Genesis Sage once per turn, so that's the same as the other monster. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can send one of the Genesis card from your hand or face a field to the graveyard, making activation, and if you do, destroy that card. Send for cost. Negate, destroy. Omni negate. Okay. During your opponent's end phase, if this card is in the graveyard, you send there this turn, you can add this card to your hand. I think they all have that effect. It seems. Divine Mirror. New Necros ritual. Spell. Thing. I think. No, wait. What? If it's a quick play spell, it's technically not going to be a... Oh, okay, that's confusing, but alright, whatever. During the main phase only, ritual summon one Necros ritual monster from your hand or banishment by attributing monsters from your hand, field, and or sending Necros monsters from your extra deck to the graveyard, whose total levels equal or exceed its level. During your main phase, you can banish this card and one Necros monster from your graveyard. Add one Necros spell from your deck to your hand. That triggers the Pend effect, at least. That's the first thing I could see. Their Magic Lacrima of Light. This card is always treated as a Magistus and Witchcrafter card. Okay. Activate one of these effects, but you can only use each effect of their Magic Lacrima of Light once per turn. If you control a Magistus or Witchcrafter monster, send one spellcaster monster or spell from your deck to the graveyard. And this is a fairy. Alright. Sending from your deck. Or a spell from your deck to the graveyard. This is just able to be used as Foolish Rail Goods, technically. When your opponent activates a card or effect, special summon one Magistus or Witchcrafter monster from your hand or deck. Okay. Seems like fine. Magic Thunder of Judgment. This is treated as a Magistus and an Endymion card. That's a lot of lore. Yeah, just off of that. Alright, send one other face-up Magistus card you control to the graveyard or remove two spell counters from your field. Then activate one of these effects, but you can only use each effect of Magic Thunder of Judgment card once per turn. So I can activate this card twice, is what you're saying. Technically. Special summon one spellcaster monster from your hand face up, extra deck, or graveyard. Banish one other card on the field. Oh, that's good, isn't it? You need a Magistus card for this, though. Is this card even searchable? Monster. Monster. Not generically, at least, I don't think. Uki. Yeah, connect, reveal one Cyber monster in your hand, apply this effect based on its attribute. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn once this card resolves, except for Cyber monsters. Dark. Special summon the revealed monster, and if you do, add one level 4 or lower non-dark Cyber monster from your deck to your hand. But that effect's pretty cracked. Other. Shuffle the revealed monster into the deck, and if you do, that shuffles for effect. And if you do, add one Ignister monster with a different attribute from your deck to your hand, so it can add a dark at Ignister monster, like backup secretary. Oh joy. Regenesis is good. Special summon one Regenesis monster from your deck, but send it to the graveyard during your opponent's end phase. Also, until the end, the next turn after this card resolves, you cannot special summon from the extra deck during your main phase. If this card is in your graveyard, except the turn it was sent there, you can banish it, then target one of your banished Regenesis monsters, special summon it. Alright, sure. Regenesis Birth. You can send one Regenesis monster from your deck to the graveyard. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls, change it to face down defense position, so it's like a Book of Moon. During your opponent's turn, you can send this card to the graveyard. Special summon as many Regenesis monsters as possible with different names in your hand, graveyard, and or banishment, but send them to the graveyard during that phase. I think that's combo by itself. That's actually kind of neat. Code Igniter. Generic level 4. Or generic rank 4. If this card is XYZ and summon, you can add one Cyber's ritual monster from your deck to your hand. Finally. A way to search these cards. Holy. Anyway, you can detach one material from this card. Ritual summon one ritual monster from your hand by triggering monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed its level. If this card is sent to the graveyard as link material, you can add one AI trap from your deck to your hand. Cool. Number 69, Heraldry Crest Chatterstream. What's this monster called? Dark Matter Demolition. Okay, just checking. You can only use Alright, you can also XYZ summon this card by using a monster you control whose original name is number 69 Heraldry Crest. Transfer its materials to this card. Okay. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field or an opponent's monster declares an attack, quick effect. It has to be on the field, so from hand you can't negate. You can special summon from your extra deck one number 69 Heraldry Crest Dark Matter Demolition by using this face-up card you control as material. Oh, By using this face-up card you control as material, then destroy that opponent's monster. This is treated as an XYZ, so and transfer this card's materials. Damn, that's an effect. Kinda wanna play this now, actually. What was the lock on this again? Rest of this turn. Interesting. Number 69 Heraldry Crest. This is also number 69 Heraldry Crest, is it not? So, if I use the XYZ armored stuff, I should be able to convert Dark Matter Demolition, for example, into Shatter Stream. That's interesting. That's not what I have to do, but you could do that. Firewall Saber Dragon, completely generic. If this card is synchro summoned, you can target one cyber sponsor in your graveyard or banishment, add it to your hand. Thinking? Seems fine. You can target one other cyber sponsor you control with a level. This card's level becomes that monster's. Okay. If this card is sent to the graveyard as link material, you can add one AI spell from your deck to your hand. Yeah, I mean, that card's like fine, I guess. It's whatever. Kuri Inku Adignister. Kuri Kurinku Adignister. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, quick effect, you contribute one Adignister monster, special summon this card, but bash it when it leaves the field. Okay. When a card or effect is activated that targets a Cyberus monster or Cyberus monsters you control, and you control a Cyberus monster that was special summon from the extra deck, quick effect, you contribute this card, negate that effect. Oh, damn. This really plays around Imperm. Regenesis Warrior. Special summon effect. Okay. Quick effect, you contribute this card, then target one monster your opponent controls. Return it to the hand. Target a monster, turn it to the hand. Aww. That's actually somewhat useful against like Malice situationally. They don't have March Hare. Or like Jesse Cat, I believe. Yeah, alright. Wait, tribute this card. This is useful with that exactly that one garbage card that from the Legacy. Like what was it called? It was like something to do with brainwashing. Yeah, I just won't think about that too much. Okay. During your opponent's end phase, if this card is in the graveyard, yeah, same effect. Okay. Regenesis Dragon. Same effect. They only have two effects, really, right? It's they either special summon themselves or it's like tribute to special summon or something. You can tribute this card, then target one spell trap your opponent controls. Banish it. Seems like the grind might be decent on this. Is that all of these cards keep getting added to your hand and all that. Because of the timing of when this happens, you never have to discard for hand size limit. Dragon's Mind. When a spell / trap card or monster effect is activated while you control a monster with 2,500 original attack or defense, negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card. This card is in your graveyard. You pay 2,500 life points at this card, but bash it when it leaves the field. Wait, that's an Omni? Oh, that's kind of fun. Link Slayer at Ignister. If a Cyberus monster you control would be used as link material for an Ignister monster, this card in your hand can also be used as material. If this card is sent to the graveyard as link material, you can discard one card, then target one spell trap on the field. Or you can target two if this card is on the field. but was used as material. Destroy that card or cards. This is just a retrain of Link Slayer, I guess. This can out like skill drain and stuff. Seems useful enough. Moderately. Target any number of face-up monsters your opponent controls. Those monsters' names become unknown. Wait, that's so funny. I like this a lot. During your end phase, if you control a Psychic XYZ monster and this card is in your graveyard, you can set this card, banish it when it leaves the field. Oh, I'll play this archetype so much. Alright, Regenesis Cycle. If you control a monster with 2,500 original attack or defense, target one card your opponent controls. Or you can target two if you control Regenesis Lord. Banish that card or cards. This isn't even a quick effect. You just banish two of your opponent's cards? What? If this card is in your graveyard, except the turn it was sent there, you can banish it, special summon one monster with 2,500 attack or defense from your hand. But this doesn't cheat anything. This card just seems kind of bad, unless you can like recycle it or something. Sidekick. Target face-up cards your opponent controls equal to the number of Cyberus monsters you control with 2,300 original attack. Negate their effects until the end of this turn. That's pretty cracked, actually. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one of your banish Cyberus monsters, special summon it. Well, that's really cracked, actually. This is searchable. They don't have to be Link monsters either. Okay. Your Genesis commands. Applies these effects to all cards your opponent controls in the same column as your Genesis monsters. Oh my god, they brought columns into this randomly? Nah. Okay, face-up cards negate their effects. Face-down monsters cannot change their battle positions. Wait. Face-down spells / traps cannot be activated until the end of the next turn. So you're telling me if I have a Regenesis monster in every single column, I can make it so your face-up cards cannot activate their effects. So face-up cards will include spells and traps. And then face-down monsters. You can't flip summon flip monsters, I guess. Face-down spell traps cannot be activated until the end of the next turn. So your quick plays and traps won't be able to be activated at all. Honestly, this card's not even that good because it's not continuous, but still. Whack. So yeah, that seems to be all of the new cards. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.